See? Grabs the jar, whole jar, puts it in his pocket. Well, for those of you who've been following the YouTube videos here at the Liberty Bell Temple, we've got another bud thief. This time is a gentleman named Micheal Manalo, a Filipino, represented himself as like a hipster type dude, represents himself as a vendor. But anyway, we're going to put you on YouTube there, Mr. Micheal. And as usual, our security camera pretty much catches everything. In this case, right about now, this is on July 5th, 2011. A few minutes after 12, we get Mr. Micheal showing up. Here he comes. He's coming up the alleyway. Right here. This is Micheal. He comes, he knocks. Okay, here he comes. You'll get a nice good face shot of him. There he goes. I let him in, actually. We're doing a little moving, rearranging some things. I just passed the speaker out to Chuck. He gives me his doctor's note. He gives me his passport. And I go verify him and check him in. As I'm checking him in, he picks up a guitar. He starts playing the guitar. Seems like he's a cool dude. At some point, he sees Q in the back moving some things around. Like I said, we were moving some things around. He actually asked to help. Like I said, he sits there, plays the guitar for a few minutes. I'm fast forwarding it a little bit. At some point, he can see Q in the back. Q's back here doing something. And he asks, "Hey, you need some help?" If you notice, we have a couple of jars right here on the shelf. Okay, so right here is where he asked to help. He actually, he walks in, no problem. He walks by everything the first time. You see, we had about 6 or 7 jars up here that morning. He walks by. He actually grabs a light. And he walks out. He hands it to Chuck. Then he turns around and he comes back. But when he comes back, look at that little sneaky move. He just grabbed the whole jar. Let me show you that back again. Let me reverse that. See? Grabs the jar, whole jar, puts it in his pocket. Looks around. He's lucky. I was paying attention to something else. Actually, I was watching the Kaylee Anthony story. That just made the announcement that she was found not guilty. He walks back. He totally gets away with this, fellas. He walks back. You know, she told him no. You know, she could handle it. He comes back in here. He actually talks to me for a second. I think right here I had completed verifying him, and I was actually looking at the internet, and I saw this announcement about the verdict in that Florida killing of the little girl, Kaylee Anthony. Her mother was found not guilty. Q's on the phone, but now she starts talking to him and explaining to him everything. She shows him around the place. Yes, this was his first time here. He did that. He didn't know the place was so camered up, and I don't know, we were a little lax in the morning, you know. He has that Asian look, I guess, you know, kind of weren't scrutinizing that much. Anyway, comes back to the counter. He actually donates, gets something real quick. He gets a juice. Right here, we turn the channel to CNN. Right there is when they announced the not guilty verdict. You see accused reacting to the not guilty verdict. I'm talking about it. This guy's looking. He's making his comments.
Is it your first time?
Yeah. See that? That's a good look at him. He actually did everything. So take a good look at him. He's got long hair and a ponytail. We'll see him around. At some point he'll end up somewhere. I don't know if he'll see this video. I'm going to put it on YouTube, put him on his Facebook, MySpace, whatever. And his friends will tell him, hey man, you got to quit stealing at the Liberty Bell. Yeah, he just walks out. Sits there, tells me bye and everything. And unbelievable, he's got a jar in his pocket. There he is, walking out. About a half an hour later, Q goes and starts straightening up the jars and realizes that one of them's missing. Now Q was so upset when she realized that this guy had stole from us. Now when Q realized that he had got her, you know, she had a different reaction. I knew there was nothing we can do about it. He was gone a good half an hour, but not her. She comes, look at her. She grabs a little Negro beater, a little stick, and she goes out looking for him. Now I knew she wasn't gonna find him, but sure enough, you can see her. Alright, from a different angle, you can see her upset, grabs the stick, and heads out the door. Well, either way, that's the latest episode of The Bud Thief.